And we're back. And now it's for the fun moment. The comic relief of the show. Manchester United. Oh boy. Brighton has the most wins against Manchester United when it comes to meeting them in the Premier League. I think 6 out of 7. A domination from Brighton. I think the result from the last game at the Amex last season was an anomaly. Manchester United taking a victory, 2-0. But at Old Trafford, it was business as usual for Brighton. A couple of weeks, I think the past 2 weeks, after the impressive draw against Liverpool and then the victory against Arsenal in the Cup, I've always stated that we will take things seriously about Manchester United if they can take care of business against Southampton and Brighton.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, a TV was smashed. And then Amorim coming out in the presser talking things about this United team is the worst in the whole history of the club, while looking down at a stat paper, I think, provided by someone. But I talked to one of the ex-players in the WhatsApp group, Michael Silvestre. And then he is confident that what is said in the locker room is different to what he says in the media. So the players know the difference, and the players know what he was saying to them in the locker room. But then in the media, Amorim, I think, wants to say something quickly and put out a statement. And I think he is not comfortable. He's not comfortable with the situation. And I don't think he wants to be part of this team right now, because the deal was to take him next summer. But then things come up so quickly with Ineos, as always. So what do you think about Brighton, about Huxler, about the game plan that works so well, about Minte, the legend?
Mentioning they won their last 3 visits to Old Trafford, all with 3 different managers.
And now it's the same as Man City, as the only 2 teams that can do that.
Fantastic from them. With 33 different players.
Amazing.
So it's not about the core of the team, but Brighton showed how a team can rebuild fast, how a team can change coaches and maintain their core strength, their philosophy and everything. But we know the problem with Amorim is him trying to implement a philosophy that so far proven very uncomfortable with his players. I think the TV needs to be repaired fast, because there's the Rangers game in midweek. Going to eBay or another site to just buy it. I think Amorim lost 7 out of 15 games in charge. It only takes 2 months in Man United to break him, to make him stressful. Even though in the Athletic there's an article that says he's not that kind of person to express his anger. His former players, Bruno Shimao at Casapia, says he remains calm, he gets angry, but he doesn't do the things that been done yesterday. And then another player from Braga, he said he is not shaken by defeats. He is calm in his words and his posture. You won't see him swearing or throwing things, which is obviously not the things that happened allegedly with Amorim yesterday at the dressing room. I think he never experiences this streak of losing. I think even in Sporting, he never lost to more than 2 matches in a row. This is a new experience also for him with the scrutiny of the media, with the constant media interview, explaining the same things maybe 15 times after a match, another 15 before the match. I think the toll is taking the stress of the job. I think it's starting to take the toll with him. But whoever appointed him knows that this team is not suitable with his strategy, and Amorim has stated that he will not change his formula. He will not change from what he know just to accommodate the team. The team has to accommodate him. So there's an impasse here that's hard to climb.
And I think with that mentality, Rome wasn't built in one day. With that mentality of you don't want to change your tactical approach, the player has to.
But how about the Candi Borobudur?
What did I say?
Candi Borobudur. When Rome is not built in one day, Candi
Sorry.
Borobudur. I fell asleep and suddenly it's there. It is possible.
Disregarding any cultural stories, just a saying. But anyways, yeah, with that tactical approach.
Back to that tactical approach, pal.
Tactical approach of not wanting to change. He said it himself. Players need to stick to their position and play their roles. You can't change that in 1, 2, 3 months. It needs to probably be at least a year, or at least the 2 transfer windows that's available.
And I think he needs preseason.
And preseason as well, you know, testing which players work well. I think it's working quite well with Amad Diallo, what's going on with him as well, and how he's helping the team, creating chances and scoring goals. But yeah, I think I like the quote about Man United being the worst in history.
What do you think about that? Is that strange? Is it going to be?
It's not strange.
Is it going to be a
very unusual?
It's unusual, yeah. But I think, like, look, so what? Like, if
but I think the tone in the social media, I think a lot of United accounts, they support what Amorim is saying to the players. The players need to take account more, because Man United saw a lot of coaches go in, go out, go in, go out, and the same dynamic always happen, and it's on the players to show.
No, yeah. If anything, it should motivate the players, to be honest. Because if you are the worst Man United team in history, then so what? What are you going to do about it? Cry? Professionals, they need to adapt to what's going on. And being with one of the biggest English teams, it's only for them the pressure is to become better. I think Amorim coming in, he's not trying to make the players comfortable. He needs to make them uncomfortable with the position that they are right now, because if they keep losing, if they keep on getting bad results, and who knows, maybe it's closer to, I mean, it is closer to relegation than it is at the top of the table, so maybe even closer. But yeah, I quite agree with him having to stick with that style, because that's what has been working with him with Sporting as well. And if he gets the player that he wants, if he gets the players to do what he wants, I think everything will work. And now he just needs that discipline into that team.
Ralph Rangnick saying it as an open surgery. And then people
and
laugh
this is
at
a
him.
botched surgery.
This is now coming into this is more serious than that.
This is more serious.
And if you look at that roster,
surgery, but you're failing.
you just can't believe that Manchester United is sitting where they are right now. Of course, they're better in terms of players, personnel, the likes of Brighton, Bournemouth, but they can't get a result against these type of teams. And Ineos, again, cutting a lot of costs, denying the legends maybe £1,000 a match for now, not getting them in the
Even
seats
Sir
at Old
Alex,
Trafford, not giving Sir Alex that ambassadorial role. So cutting costs, but I think that makes a lot of sense in terms of business, and you're trying to figure out.
But it's not Ineos's. Ineos shouldn't think about the business side of things, right? It should be the Glazer.
No. I think they should, because now they're taking care of that footballing side, the business side. If you talk about the Glazers, then the problem is from them, and now to Ineos as well, with the decisions from Brailsford. And when you think about Ashford leaving, that's a strange decision. So a lot of mistakes maybe from Ineos as well, and it's not going to be that instant. So what do you think about the Ineos part and the team side and players from the academy now potentially leaving, the likes of Kobe Mainoo and I think Alejandro Garnacho. If Napoli comes out with a 60 million bid, I think he will go to Napoli.
Yeah, if they offer them Garnacho, Man United will come for Osimhen. I think that's the part of the deal that they want.
But for Garnacho, it's not like the player wants to leave. But it's because of that formation. If you play him in that double 10 in the inside part of the formation, the structure, it doesn't fit him.
It doesn't fit him, So
now he's uncomfortable, and his camp is talking to the likes of Chelsea, to Napoli. So the situation is not helping Amorim as well.
Yeah, especially when you're not getting results on the pitch. 11 points from 11 league games under under Amorim. That is super poor. Whatever the reason is, he said that this will be a preseason inside the season, which is in itself is also very unusual. This is Manchester United. Even how poor you are, you cannot perform like what they do. Again, you got that results against Arsenal. You got a result that 2-2 at Anfield, that win against Man City. You have them, but you always said that it's not just that result that count, but how you can find that consistency. And losing 4 out of the last 5 games at Old Trafford certainly doesn't help.
6 defeats at Old Trafford.
6 defeats already from I think 12 home league games. It's the fastest Man United received that amount of defeat in the at home since like 1880 something. He just broken records after records.
The bad ones.
The bad ones. I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing that can be mended in the January transfer window. I don't know what their strategy is. Yes, they are trying to offload players. They're trying to get this young wingback from Lecce, the Danish guy. I forgot his name, but I don't think that's gonna be the answer, because this is not simply a problem of getting 1 or 2 players, but also from Amorim, his game management, his how he set up the players in the games. Because Zirkzee, when he plays against Newcastle, he looks like a lost sheep in the midfield, and then a few of the players that he chose to be on the starting 11, they don't seem to know what they are doing specifically. So he needs to change more in the second half, but then it's also not a guarantee that they're gonna be that game changer. So I think the problem goes a lot deeper than what it is. With the way his reaction is on the press conference, that's the meal for the the British media. Tabloids.
They love it.
They're loving it.
He said it like
you
want a headline, right?
You want a headline,
Here's your headline.
Here's your headline. With the worst Manchester United in the history of Manchester.
So what do you think, Kiko? Is it the mindset? Is it mentally that this squad is so bad? If you can perform against the likes of Liverpool, playing at Anfield, putting pressure to one of the best sides in world football, and then you come up against Southampton, 6 points, one of the worst team in the Premier League, but then you're being dominated by Southampton, and then the next game, after winning that one in a way that Amad Diallo helped the side so much, against Brighton there were no press in that midfield. Baliba was so comfortable, and then Welbeck scoring against his former sides for fun.
Toma warming up for Indonesia.
No, of course. But Toma dominating Mazraoui. Mazraoui had a horror match, but then you look at that back line, and then you see Brighton with Van Hecke, who was done building and then playing high,
very comfortably,
and they were tied to each other. But not Manchester United. They were all over the place, Kiko.
No, that's the mentality that Ruben Amorim spoke about. Like, players need to stay in their positions and play their roles. I think they were just everywhere, not knowing where to go. I agree with Zirkzee as well, as you can see. It's when you see the Premier League trophy and then you see Man United's name a lot there, this is the thing that you don't think about right now, what's going on with Man United. It's a mentality problem. Again, it's not just a player issue. It's not getting the new player issue. It's about how can they, adapt with Ruben Amorim. Like, I'm pretty sure he didn't come in and then Ineos told him, like, okay, go get the Champions League spot for next season. I'm pretty sure that's not the target. I think the target is to make that team to become as solid to prepare for next season. Because realistically, I think before Erik ten Hag left, it wasn't up for the standards. Now that the players are still there, some people call deadwood, are they ready to perform? They're not ready. And this transfer issue, it's just not helping at all with Mainu, with Rashford.
Rashford is saying that he's doing the extra load of work. And trying to maybe find a club, but it's getting a bit closer to the window closing, and why not perform in the training pitch like this before you talk to Henry Winter, for example?
That's the thing, though. Like, that's what that discipline is. What Amorim needs. He's trying that on the pitch with the tactics that he chose. I don't want to change it, and that shows statement to the players. Like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing. He might not use me, like for example, Garnacho and stuff. He's not getting in the starting lineup with Rashford as well. And even though Rashford said he wanted to leave, Amorim said, like, you know, the best chance is to be here because that's where he will have the team. He's still an asset. He's a good player. We saw a glimpse of it, you know, in the earlier years. Now he's not quite up to that earlier years where he was. But yeah, it's definitely a mentality issue with what's going on with Man United, you know, the biggest club in England. I think it still is. But yeah, they need, I said, a minimum of 2 transfer windows and then the preseason. But yeah, realistically, we have to see on the long run.
It's going to be blood, sweat, and tears for Manchester United fans for this season. I think top 8 is still a possibility, and it's a must because United, you can't think about United not being inside that top half of the Premier League table. So hopefully it'll be better coming towards the end of the season for Manchester United. And up next, we're going to talk about Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso, whether he is going to be the successor for Carlo Ancelotti.